Hey YouTube world, you see I got my old camera. I'm Hobo Thomas and I thank you for taking the time to check my channel out. As you see, I got all the food put away. We got 3 refrigerators. I got 1 freezer and a stand-up freezer, and I got 2 refrigerators. And I'm doing my cooking show, and the power finally came on. You see it on my cell phone. You see how I'm cooking my macaroni and cheese, and you could actually see it's working pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and turn off the cell phone, and I'm gonna show you what I did on this channel. Bye bye. Hi again, I'm Hobo Thomas, and what it is in case you haven't noticed, I am cooking some macaroni and cheese, and what this is, it's one of those designer Inca things, and I got my mini Hobo stove. Let's throw that over there for a second without burning myself. As you see, it gets nice and there's no smoke, no smell. And how I accomplish this is, instead of using the cotton balls for a quickie, I use a half a roll of toilet paper, and I stuffed the center tube with cotton balls, and I marinated it in 70% alcohol. Now, I'm cooking me some macaroni and cheese. Let's go ahead and put this back on without any interruptions. It's hot. Trust me, it's hot. You know, you play with fire, you're gonna burn yourself if you're not careful. I always have, use precautions, right? And be professional about it. Yeah. Alright, now you see that I got this phone here, and it's a nice contraption, so you can watch me talking to you, holding the camera with one hand, and I'm cooking with the other hand. Actually, I got the camera in one hand and the camera in my other hand now. Alright guys, alright, it's 4:20 time. Cooking some macaroni and cheese, and you guys, I thank you for taking the time to check out my channel. It's been cooking for about 5 minutes now. One thing nice, I did have hot water. I have natural gas, so I was able to jump start. So instead of waiting, boil a half of a gallon of water, you put some hot water, and then it heats up a lot quicker, so you have your dinner with a lot less hassle. You look at the noodles and you see it's going to be done in about another 4 minutes. So one of the advantages about that Hobo Mini Stove is it lasts for several hours. The cotton balls do not last for several hours. Okay, that's just a quick 5 minutes and it's gone. So it just burns up and evaporates really quick. But with this little outfit right here, I'm able to cook indoors on my platform. So, and not really knowing how hot it's gonna, but it doesn't. You don't want to grab this. Where's my finger at? you don't want to touch that, if you know what I mean, because it's hot. Right, guys? And so we are doing some indoor hobo cooking now. Not that the power came back on. It's been off for almost 48 hours. It's about 40 hours to be exact. About 40 hours and 20 seconds. Yeah, it was out for 40 hours and 20 seconds. I mean 4:20. The clock says it went off. At 7:11 yesterday, and what time is it now? It's 3:33. Power went off at 7:11, and that's 3:33. I have a royal flush. We're all gonna have some macaroni and cheese. I thank you all for taking the time to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for some more important stuff. If you don't know how to cook, well, just hang on, and I will teach you how to cook. It's so easy, a caveman can do it. Yes. Yeah. Alright guys, we'll go ahead and strain it right here in the sink. So I'm going to take a look at it first, make sure it's cooked all the way through first. It's getting there. We still got another few minutes, but well, that's how we do it. Now that the power's back on and I got all the food that I got from dumpster diving, let's take a look in there. That's all dumpster diving food. The sausages are from McDonald's. When the power went out, what over there, I still got about 30 of these things. And didn't make a movie about it because I thought I'd be embarrassed, but what the heck? Why be embarrassed when we're gonna heading for a family? Not to mention that Montana had another train derailment at Yellowstone River. So you have asphalt and you have sulfur floating in the rivers of Yellowstone River. Not too good, folks. Ohio, yeah. Ohio, my God, that was a complete disaster. There was nuke with the chemical, nuclear something. So it was intentional as far as I'm concerned. Now, why the hell, you know, I keep saying to myself, that's why I don't go hopping on trains, you know what I mean, man? So, I mean, there was a train, I was thought about going out to Montana, and all of a sudden, you know, I mean, it's not a coincidence, or maybe it is a coincidence, I don't know. I mean, I just think sometimes we're living in a virtual reality. Alright, let's take a look at the macaroni and cheese. Try not to make my movies too boring. Oh, it's getting there. Alright. You guys ever watch that Struggle Kitchen, a cook show on? My wife likes to watch that movie. It's called Struggle. It's the cook, the chef. His name is Frankie, and New York style. Well, anyway, this is almost the same concept. You know, you can cook inside your apartment like this. A lot of those apartments in New York are just concrete. You know. Rooms, basically it, you know. It's really difficult to catch those places on fire. So, well, I know, cause my family from New York, so I know a lot of them still live there. Most of them done moved to Florida, and like I did. But anyway, I thank you all for taking the time to like and watch my movie, and you know, yeah, cheers. And I'm gonna eat my macaroni and cheese as soon as it's done. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and strain it. Make sure you have something to grab onto it because you don't want to burn your hand. All right, we don't want to burn our hands. Oh man, that's nice and hot. Yeah, not to mention you can do your dishes too at the same time. Let's go ahead and set this over there. It's hot, let that cool down. Now, how do we put the fire out? Alright, that's a very good question. That's where the carnival can come to animal cookies, you know, the Bonham Animals Cookies, National Biscuit Company. They have this can here, and you can find it sometimes at the thrift store. Take your rag, take your cover off, okay? Take your canister. Without burning yourself, don't want to catch the kitchen on fire now. You just drop that in there like that. Well, see the top, the lid? Just put that on there, and it puts it out for you. Just make sure you don't burn your anything plastic. Okay? Now we're going to take this pan back over here, and we're just going to set it here. Now that we know, oh, that's hot. Yeah, but it did put it out though. So we want to pour that back in there. Macaroni. Remember, you can do this. It's not that hard. Alright? Pour some milk in there and butter. That's about right. Stir it up a little bit. Alright, get it nice and creamy looking now, can you see? So we're going to let that sit. Now this is I mean, it's like a survival way of cooking macaroni and cheese. I got about 400 boxes of this stuff, you know. Let me put this camera down for a second so I can cut this bag open. Alright guys, yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and fetch a tripod. They tell me I got 2 of them. I don't have time. I'm making macaroni and cheese. I'm cooking food for my wife. She'll be coming home. Okay. We're gonna put some butter in there too, okay guys? Now what I'm doing, this is pre-cooked. This is pre-cooked stuff. Now that we got the power on, I'm not gonna use the stove, but I'm definitely gonna put some butter on it. So that's the right thing to do. Let's grab some butter. Just pinch it off. This should be a little bit soft. It takes about a quarter stick. Alright. Now, we'll just go ahead and set that on top. Because believe me, that can's hot. It's really hot. And it suffocated, but it did heat that can up. It's always important, remember, do not use plastic. Or any kind of plastic stuff, because it's not going to work. And you're going to damage your stuff. Alright, so now that this is working real nice, alright, so we got a pre-cook, so we got a pretty good idea of how much food we can do. So now that we have refrigeration, and that's another thing I've been working on, a project, how to make not only how to make your own wine, you know, for the wino special, Hobo Wino Special. Also, I'll be making how to show people how to make dried ice. Okay, it's just simple things that you can buy over the counter and just about anywhere. All right, and that way you can keep your stuff cold for the most part, you know, and that's another thing I'll be showing on my YouTube channel. And I thank you all for taking the time to stick around and have a nice, happy rest of the afternoon. Okay, guys?